Yo, this is Ace Banton in SAT building, baby. You're watching SAT Telecom, that's the #1 choice. Boom!
Whenever the iron play, I'll be there. Wherever the steel band play, I'll be there. Anytime it's carnival, yo, festival, bacchanal, behind the big truck, down the road, everybody, they know that I'll be there. Yo, this is Mr. Challenge, you're watching SAT TV, the people's choice.
Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Shanna Esprit, your presenter for today. In our top stories, VF Inc. hosts lecture embracing positive wellness behavior in everyday lives. British MP urges Foreign Office to issue travel advisory on Barbados. North Korea said to move medium-range missiles to its coast. And in sports, the 4 semi-finalists for this year's WICB Regional 4-Day Tournament have been decided. Details of these and other stories will follow.
SAT Telecoms. And I'm going to tutuni. Big up, one love.
It's only when we unite as one, then a lot more thing can be done. Stop this useless fight down, killing out your own brother man. Time we rise and all realize we have an enemy in disguise, standing right in the mix of you. Got to know who is who. This is Derek Peters and you're watching SAT TV. That's what I have, SAT TV. SAT TV, that's the way to go. Rah! To the world. Ooh diddy, ooh diddy, ooh diddy.
Thank you for staying with us. The students from Bafa State and Silver Lake have not been having a conventional Easter holiday this year, as they have been participating in a 3-day program to help boost their self-esteem. Family life educator of the Dominica Planned Parenthood Association, Miss Annie St. Luce, said the aim of this program is to adopt a holistic approach which will help the children identify who they are as human beings, sexual beings, and social beings.
What we're trying to do is a holistic approach to who they are and help them to identify some of the things that may affect them positively or negatively in their communities and how they can have control over some of the things that go on with them.
What age range are you targeting?
We have a wide age range here. We have between 9 and 15. And so some of the work is being done in like smaller groups and some of the activities we do as a wider group. Ms.
St. Luce said the topic of discussion for the last day of the program is what it is to be a boy or a girl.
We're also doing how to treat a boy, how to treat a girl, because what we've noticed is that some of the touches sometimes will be a little inappropriate and they're not even aware that these touches are inappropriate, and so they also, in terms of building up respect for the opposite sex and the other sexes, so we want the boys to be able to treat the young girls with respect and the young girls to respect the boys as well. So today we're focusing on that, and in terms of self-respect as well, what they should allow people to do to them and what they should disallow. So that's what we're focusing on today, and we're also looking at their skills as well today.
The parents have shown support by allowing the students to participate and be on time for the program. Ms. St. Luce advised the parents to communicate with their children by giving them the appropriate information within their age group, especially when they ask questions. Most times when kids are growing up that we're afraid to discuss certain things with them, what advice would you give to parents who probably does not have the experience or does not have the will to advise their children on certain things?
The thing, what I always tell parents is that you need to start from the very beginning, and that is from when the baby says gaga, goo goo. That is where you start. But if you're late in starting, you have to first be comfortable with the topic yourself, so that when you're approaching that child, you don't seem nervous or unaware or unsure of what you're talking about. If you start when they're toddlers and you start with the good touches, bad touches, and that sort of thing, and as they get older, you introduce a little.
She said the children are very receptive to the program, which makes it easier to decipher the information to them. At the end of the 3-day workshop, she hoped the students would have satisfied their curiosities, know the answers to their questions, and will be able to examine them and make decisions that are positive to their well-being and safety. With the cooperation of Peace Corps volunteers, Planned Parenthood Association, and Gloria Walsh, the program is envisioned to be held annually. On March 3rd, at the 20th inaugural meeting held at the Community Center in St. Joseph, the Council was handed a $200,000 check from the government to help in its development. The check was handed by Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and presented to the newly elected chairman, Mr. Eric Serra. Mr. Skerrit advised the Council to pay particular attention to education, the elderly and the less fortunate, the fight against drug trafficking and the use of drugs.
I also take note of the concerns in respect to the creation and the development of small businesses in St. Joseph. And I will say to the Council that this is one of the first projects that you shall undertake in your life. And you can begin work as early as tomorrow morning in respect to addressing the issue of small business development. But those persons who will benefit under this program must understand that you must account for the monies that you'll receive from this program.
He highlighted different business initiatives the funds can go toward, such as farming, fishing, arc welding, and development of music. Prime Minister Skerrit said before monies were received from this program, the Council should initiate a 1-week program to test the seriousness of applicants.
We are prepared to assist. We are prepared to assist. But the only thing is that I can't force you off the block. We can facilitate you getting off, but the decision has to be yours. So I want to thank you for listening to me, and I want to hand over this check to the chairman of the council to implement this small business development project in this community.
The parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Kelva Daru, commended the council by taking initiative to make themselves available for duty. He said the councillors should ensure that they are with the council for the betterment of the community of St. Joseph. This has to be your priority, and if this is not your priority, then you are not in the right place, he said.
The development is not only about roads, building a road here and this, but we have to focus more on our people. And I believe, in listening to the chairman's remarks, he outlined several areas of skill training development that is necessary and required. Because too many of our young people, they may not have access to learning a skill. They may not have had learned a skill. And we need to ensure that our young people have a skill. And that is important.
Honorable Kelva Daru also emphasized on the importance of sports in the community.
And year-round we continue to see sporting activities being held in this community. And I mentioned earlier on the work that Dean Moise and the rest of the members of the sporting committee, people like Keston, have been doing in basketball, in football, in cricket, and the roundest teams that we've had. And I believe, as a member of parliament, that we have to continue to provide these opportunities and these avenues for young people. And that is why, since I became the member of parliament, I have ensured that the basketball team has uniforms. And I still play my basketball with the team and fully sponsor the team. The local football leagues that we've had here, I've ensured that I have provided uniforms to all of the teams, just to ensure that the young men can come and play football.
He urged for the upward mobility of St. Joseph for a brighter future for the upcoming generation. In more news, the Pearchild Secondary School teacher, Mr. Irvin Jackson, who was awarded the Phenomenal Male Teacher Award on Wednesday, April 3rd, says his hard work has paid off. Mr. Jackson received the award during the Dominica Association of Teachers' 17th Annual General Meeting at the Garowe Hotel, where he stated that he has been a teacher for 14 years. During an interview with SAD TV News, he noted that the Pearchild Secondary School is the only school he has taught at, and he is contented and comfortable with his working environment.
Well, been teaching for 14 years at Peter Secondary School. That's the only school I've been teaching for, actually. And currently I'm an understudy to one of the deputy principals at the school. I also head or coordinate the school's adventure club, which is a club that usually go out to visit several spots in Dominica. It gives the students an opportunity to discover the island. And I also coordinate or head the student council that's responsible for the student government at the school. And also a member of the graduation committee.
It is said that all schools in Dominica were requested to nominate their outstanding male teachers. Mr. Jackson was one of the 11 outstanding nominees submitted for the award. I am lost for words, he stated.
Well, it's a very great feeling receiving this award. It just shows that all the hard work and effort put into this service is paying off, basically.
He says he has no regrets that his entire teaching career began and remains at the Granbury Secondary School, which was later renamed after deceased Prime Minister Pierre Charles. Mr. Jackson is currently a mathematics and geography teacher, but also assists with the school's adventure club and the student council. He, along with the other nominees, will receive further recognition on World Teachers' Day. In other news, embracing positive wellness behavior in our daily lives was the topic of a lecture held on Wednesday, April 3rd at the Fortune Hotel. The lecture was conducted by VF Inc., a company that provides consultancy services in the areas of corporate governance, social security, organizational restructuring, performance management, and investment management, amongst others. The lecture covered myths and facts in regards to cholesterol control. For example, high cholesterol is the cause of heart disease was considered as a myth. However, cholesterol is only a minor player in the cascade of inflammation, which is a cause of heart disease, is considered as a fact. CEO of VF Inc., Dr. Valda Henry says this activity is part of the 7th anniversary celebration, which was officially celebrated on March 9th, 2013.
7 years, as I always say, the number 7 is said to be the number of perfection and completion. And because of that, we felt that we needed to do something to celebrate. So yes, on the 9th, we had a small activity, but we thought of something to, in Thanksgiving for all our clients, all our sponsors, our supporters, and all our well-wishers. And given that in January, February, there was really a lot of talk on the radio and from the Ministry of Education about the growth of the chronic non-communicable diseases, we felt that that would have been something fitting.
Dr. Sybil Allen Jones, CEO of Human Factor Consulting Services and a lecturer, said that we need to be able to understand that there are many chemicals in our food as well as production of our foods.
Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, which comes from an Indian tradition, is over 5,000 years. And in that tradition, the body is designed to heal itself because the body has an innate intelligence and an ability to heal itself. So if we reflect on the fact that the body is able to heal itself, what we have to do is provide conditions under which the body can work and do its job.
Dr. Jones noted we injure our body every day by the way that we are eating and how we are living.
And these small injuries are contributing to our serious problems, particularly in the area of non-communicable diseases. And when we continue with those injuries, we have what's called like a dis-ease. And that's what the word disease comes from. It's about balance. It's about the body saying, oh my God, what's going on here? I need to get back on track. I need to get in shape and focus, and I need to come together. You're not giving me what you need. And so I'm not able to do it. And that's when illnesses come about, is when there's this dis-ease amongst us.
She went on to say that there are young people in their productive years experiencing health issues such as diabetes, arthritis, and these are some of the reasons why we need to be concerned about our health. Dr. Jones added Social Security services will be affected by that because if young people become disabled, they are not contributing to their services. The management and staff of VF Inc. believes with integrity and excellence we can all deliver solutions. Following the community social evening that was held on Easter Sunday entitled Cassabruce, A Resurrection of Love, the community as well as the organizers of the evening has commended the media for the exposure. The community of Cassabruce believes that it was a wonderful evening where villagers were treated to a series of performances including drumming, dancing, and poetry. Prayers were offered from pastors as well as Father Elvio of the Cassabruce Catholic Church for different aspects of the community. The organizers stated that when the rain began, they saw it as a confirmation of God's approval and a blessing. Miss Marianne John Finn, main organizer of the event, is pleased with the outcome of the event and says that they felt that the purpose and goal of the community fellowship was met. Many individuals of the village are still reminiscing on the wonderful Easter weekend and are looking forward to another similar activity. The organizers and the local government are working together in bringing more great activities to the community. One such event is a storytelling night at the Bayside under the full moon. The organizers and the community of Cassabruce send their heartfelt appreciation to their sponsors. Ms. Johnfin says most of the sponsors came from the village. Some of them include Isaac Baptist, the Office of PAL Rep Mr. Johnson Drago, Taki Grocery Shop, Tapas Accommodations, Kira Henry, and Maximum Hardware Supplies, amongst others. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.